This is TWIT.
I've been hoping an earthquake would hit, to be honest.
What, right now?
If suddenly, because I've got it right here, QuakeAlert 2, if suddenly I leap under the table, my suggestion would be follow me, because I've got early warning. Joining us right now via Skype, Josh Bashioum. He's the founder of Early Warning Labs. Hi, Josh.
Hey, guys.
Now, this is I'm guessing from the name QuakeAlert 2 that this is not your first app.
No, this is the second iteration, actually.
So what's new? What's different between this and your first QuakeAlert?
It's better.
Okay, that's good.
Oh, bravo.
It's new and improved. All right, good.
New and improved. We made some privacy changes. We allowed people to have a little bit more ability to be able to select a static address or allow us to do the location services. So we thought that was going to be an important update for people.
If people want to go to the website, earlywarninglabs.com, that's where this comes from, right? Early Warning Labs?
Yeah. So we have a wait list there that people can sign up, or people can actually download it and enter their email there to get on that early access
And your
list.
business at Early Warning Labs is actually selling this information to companies, kind of early warning, because companies need, if they can, even 30 seconds is going to make a big difference, right?
Yeah. So working with people like LA Metro, right? So we actually connect our hardware solution into their PA system in the operations center.
Oh, wow.
So when there is a big earthquake, it'll actually notify the operators, and they'll slow and stop all the trains, all 100 trains here in LA, which is
huge.
That was vital in the
huge.
Yeah, I mean, that was vital in the 2011 earthquake, because they managed to get all their trains stopped because they had this 30-second warning. So the actual really limited the number of deaths.
Now, this is an earthquake prediction.
correct. Yep. It's not prediction. We still can't predict earthquakes. It's simply early detection.
Okay.
But you do get a significant time period before the earthquake hits. How exactly does that work?
Yeah.
So like you said, detecting the P waves. So what's nice is the P waves are emanated out of the earthquake faster than the S waves. And the S waves are the ones that really cause most of the damage. Those are traveling roughly at the speed of sound. So if we can theoretically detect those at the speed of light, right, with the sensor network and the high-speed telemetry, we can actually send those alerts ahead of the earthquake faster than those S waves are propagating. That's where we get that big chunk of warning time.
Now, I set my QuakeAlert 2 to have my location, but I also turn on location change. So as I travel around California, now, we should point out, this is what, California, Oregon, what areas of the country do you cover right now?
Yeah, so the ideal sensor density has been reached in Southern California and up in NorCal as well.
Okay.
But we also have coverage in Washington and Oregon.
Okay.
They have a lot less sensors than we do down here in California, but they're working really hard to increase that number of sensors right now.
And who runs those sensors? Is that the U.S. Geological Survey?
Yeah, so that's our official partner, the USGS.
Okay.
Okay, it's interesting because I was in my very first earthquake after coming here wasn't in California. It was on the East Coast with the Virginia quake, and we knew about it before the earthquake actually hit because people's Twitter was going earthquake, and then all of a sudden it started shaking. So it's that speed of light versus speed of sound.
Those are the S waves,
Exactly.
though. So as the earthquake hits close to the epicenter, the center of the earthquake, those people tweeted, and that tweet spread faster than the S waves spread through the ground to you. But this is even faster than that, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so top end, best case scenario, we can do 90 seconds here in California. But it's going to be a very, very rare instance. Realistically, it's in the lower, teens, maybe 20, 30 seconds.
And there is some latency in the phone itself, isn't there? I mean, it's going to take a while once you get that signal to send it out through the internet and then have the phone respond.
Yeah. So there's challenges. There's a lot of challenges with the mobile alerting. The app that we have is free. It's a best effort solution. That's why, having a solution like our commercial solution that connects to the fire alarms and plays the alerts,
that's a little
entire
faster.
building.
Got it.
Is just way more reliable because certain things like WIA, right, or the Amber Alert system, they measure their delivery times in minutes, if not tens of minutes, and that's just too slow. So the best thing we can do is use the push notification option for mobile apps, but still there's issues with that as well.
Your timing was good, though. Here's a tweet. There were people in the earthquake that just happened a couple of days ago in Southern California who had your app and knew ahead of time. So it did work.
It worked. Yes, it worked. Now,
Yay!
there's an asterisk to that, though. Because of those privacy changes, this instance here that you're showing, actually, it had only when I used the app for when we could actually locate the user. So it hadn't been open for a long time, as an earthquake early warning app hopefully isn't used very much, right? We didn't know exactly where that user was. So they actually got an alert based off of their previous location. It was immediately when they opened the app, it was updated. But they would have had a little bit less than the warning time that was shown. But
so I've turned on always show my location. Yeah. Is that going to kill my battery?
It shouldn't.
Okay. No. And then I turn on, just because it's interesting, I want to know every earthquake that happens.
And I apologize in advance for when we wake you up at 2 a.m. after a long day.
There's an earthquake 180 miles away.
Well, also, I mean, you're close to Geyserville, so I mean, that place has like 10 quakes a day. Sorry, Geyserville,
okay,
whatever
I'm
you
61,
call it.
but I wouldn't call myself close to Geyserville. Would you mind?
Okay, Geyserville.
Wait till you're my age.
In this country, but you know.
Geyserville, yeah, because Geyserville. It tells you it's got thermal geysers. That means there's probably earthquake activity.
Oh, if you look
area.
on the USGS map, then it's just like spots of earthquakes all over the place.
We are in earthquake country.
There, to be honest.
Now I can simulate. In fact, I'll do that right now. An arriving earthquake, so people will see what would happen.
Take it from weak to extreme. If you click weak,
violent. Oh, really?
Yes.
What's going to happen? Oh my God! All right, start the simulation. Are you ready? Yes. Drop and cover, drop, hold on, Okay, that's not too bad. I think I have the sound turned off. Would I be hearing a big loud...
I look at this desk and I think it's going to
it's real! Let me do that again with the sound turned up, because would there be an alert as well?
Yeah, so what's
This is a test.
Oh, jeez.
Earthquake, violent shaking.
Wow. Grief. Can you imagine just falling off to sleep generally at about midnight and then that goes off? It's like, crap.
Now in Geyserville for sure. Wow, that's cool. So you're telling me if I leave this on, then I'm just going to hear this kind of stuff. All right, I get it now why I might not want to have that on at night. But you know what? Maybe I would, because it might give me the chance, just a few seconds to get to safety.
If it gives you enough time to get under something sturdy, then you know.
Well, often at night...
We'll allow users to change that threshold in the next release that we release this summer. So, people can actually have it on and not worry that something silly is going to wake them up in the middle of the night.
Right.
Well, as you could see, because I had my notifications turned off, I did not hear anything, so that wasn't too bad. You can change the event ordering by date of event, by distance from epicenter, by magnitude power, by shaking intensity felt. You can have a topographic map. This is really nice for free, especially a nicely done app. And actually, one of the things I really like about this is what to do preparing for an earthquake, and this is valuable information. I understand that this, earthquake is something unique to certain areas of the
Well, no, because I learned something
world.
when we were discussing earlier, because my understanding when I first came over here, everyone said was, if there's an earthquake, get into a doorway.
We don't
because the
do that
doorway will
anymore.
protect you. But apparently this is not the case anymore.
Nope.
Drop, cover, and hold on. The best thing you can do. It can
That's the new thing.
prevent roughly half the injuries if you do that.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So this is really cool, and it's and actually even just for letting me know about earthquakes around
in the area,
and we do live, as you can see, this is just a few days worth of activity. We do live in an area where there's quite a bit of activity. We have a fault that goes right through Petaluma. So all right, good.
Well, when I came over, I've always been told that pets are very good at sensing earthquakes, and then when I was actually awake for the Napa one at about 2:30 in the morning or something. And before it happened, the cat just sat there looking bored, licking itself. And then while it was going on, the cat just looked bored and licked itself and didn't run around. It was like, you're useless, Boo. This is not good. It's just... I like the idea of this app a lot better.
The last earthquake we had here that I felt, I was the only one in the family who felt it. I leapt out of bed and run around in a circle going, earthquake, earthquake, earthquake. But that really wasn't useful. So I'm going to have to, maybe we have some rehearsals.
Well,
your dad was a geologist, right?
Yeah, my dad knows all about this stuff. How did you know that? That's exactly right. So I should be a little bit better prepared.
We scraped your Facebook feed.
Too soon, mate, too soon.
So you're planning to make this public soon?
Yeah, we're hoping to get the final approvals for this to be released this summer.
Is that Apple or the Geological Survey, or who is it that has to give you approval?
So we're coordinating with both the USGS along with the state and local as well.
Okay.
And are you going to be extending this to Android as well as iOS?
Yes.
Marvelous. It's because that's we need. I presume this works best when you've got the largest number of phones on it all detecting. Because presumably you're getting
you don't
feedback
use?
as well.
Do you use phone data as well?
So actually, we don't use the sensor data from the phone. Although Berkeley, UC Berkeley was working on a really cool product. It was either MyShake or I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but they were actually using Android phones and using sensor in there to detect earthquakes.
I think I tried that one, and it did kill your battery life because it was all the sensors had to be on all the time. But
mine said either there's an earthquake happening, or you're having a really good time right now. All right. I don't think the phone sensors are going to work as well as the P sensors.
No, I would rather have the P sensors, to be quite frank, because you want that early warning. It can make all the difference, just getting enough time.
Josh, can people apply to get this early? I got it early because we know somebody, you. But can people apply to get this early now on the website, or is there any way to get involved?
Yeah, they can either sign up on the website, or they can actually download the app and plug their email in.
Okay. And are you giving out invites now, or is that...
So we're not doing that now, but the people that actually sign up will be the first ones invited to use it.
Nice.
Excellent.
Really cool. Earlywarninglabs.com if you want to know more about the service that they provide people like the LA Metro. And if you want to get the app, you can get it there, or just search for QuakeAlert 2, one word, QuakeAlert, II for 2, on the App Store. I found it right away using that. The App Store is always a little flaky finding things, but maybe it's easier to go from the website. And then Android folks, you're going to be able to get it in a few months. Thank you, Josh. This is really cool. I hope we have an earthquake. Well, I don't really.
Just don't push it, mate. Seriously.
But it was so cool to know before anybody else. I could say, I bet we're going to have an earthquake. How much? You want to bet $10? $10. We're going to have an earthquake.
I was thinking, grab the wife and cat and get into the bed. No, let's have a bet on this.
I've been living in California for too long to worry about earthquakes. Thank you, Josh. I appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
Josh Bashioum, founder of Early Warning Labs at earlywarninglabs.com.